like this, 'cause the music makes me high. And if I only got one more night, I'm gonna leave out a loud goodbye.
This gonna be the type of
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Mr. Von, Mr. Von Channel Sweatbox. We back, we live, we active here on the channel. Yes, indeed, you know how we do. Still dodging those digital jabs, baby. Let's talk House of the Dragon, episode 5. This show just continues to be the bee's knees, baby. Man, this show, I'm enjoying it. All right. So this is the last episode with Millie Alcock and I'm sorry, I don't forget the girl who's playing Alicent, the young Alicent and the young Rhaenyra. This is their last episode, as you see in the spoiler alert, by the way, as you see in the trailer going into for next week. Next week we get the huge time jump with the new actresses coming in playing Rhaenyra and Alicent, and they've got kids now and all that. So that's where. So this is a big episode. It's a defining episode. And how do they mark defining episodes in Game of Thrones and in Westeros? With, of course, a wedding. Yes, Rhaenyra and the dude from House Velaryon, they're getting married, and it goes down. But before we get to that, Daemon Targaryen and his wife have a reunion. Yes, we finally get to meet Daemon Targaryen's wife. And despite Daemon's consistent calling her of the bronze biatch, she is very attractive. And she seems to be an extremely headstrong and she seems perfectly fine. She seems like a great wife. Obviously, she hates Daemon. Daemon hates her. But he returns to Rootstone, and she dies in a confrontation that they have, and it is very heavily implied that he killed her, but he might not have killed her. And we're going to talk about that, because while she is the one that she engages, she triggers the engagement by reaching for her bow because she suspects that Daemon's going to do something. And then when she does that, her horse is startled, and the way the way it's shot, either he pushes her off of the horse or helps to push the horse, or he's trying to control the horse so she doesn't fall. But either way, she falls off the horse and is instantly paralyzed. He steps on her wrist and sees that she's paralyzed. And then he was just going to leave. And then she starts talking more shit. She's like, oh, you can't finish. So then he picks up a rock and then allegedly, he bashed her head in with the rock. We don't see it because then they cut away and then we hear that she's dead and all that. So that's how the episode starts. That is how the episode starts. After that, the rest of the episode is basically pretty much centralized on the wedding between the Velaryons and the Targaryens. And I'm gonna meet the cast. Excuse me. The cast. The guy who plays Loras, is it Loras Velaryon? Loras, something. It starts something with an R. Velaryon. I don't know his name, but he and Rhaenyra. The thing is, Viserys basically has to go humble himself over to the Sea Snake to Corlys Velaryon, in order to secure the marriage for Rhaenyra and his son. Now, once that happens, it's just all kinds of disrespect for poor King Viserys. I mean, my man can't catch a break, okay? Now, while his cousin is happy to see him, you know, saying the queen who never was, she realizes that he's dying. And oh my goodness, when I say he's dying, I mean this dude is on death's door for basically 90% of the episode. But he doesn't die. And the thing that I think is crazy, no matter how, I mean, you could tell. And I guess I didn't see the interview, but I've seen in a couple other reviews that I saw. I guess Patty Constantine came out and said that King Viserys is suffering from a form of leprosy. That's what's killing him. But man, he is falling apart. I mean, it's bad. He's down bad. So so once they're there, they Corlys Velaryon and King Viserys, they're discussing the terms of the wedding. And when I say discussing the term, Corlys Velaryon just basically asked him straight up, "What's gonna happen with the succession, bro? Because you ain't looking too good. So who's taking over once you die?" He's like, "Look, Rhaenyra is my heir. She will be queen. But whatever you got, the firstborn heir, whether it's male or female, will be the king, and it'll be partly your son." And he's like, "Will his name be Valerian?" He's like, "No, his name will be Targaryen." Corlys is like, "All right, fine. I'm cool with that." So then that's it. And then they have this. That kicks off this huge wedding celebration. But before that, let's talk about my man Criston Cole, Sir Criston Cole. Oh boy, oh boy. Hold on, real quick before we start about Sir Criston Cole. So while Corlys and Viserys are working out the details of the marriage, Rhaenyra and his son, I don't remember his name, and I'm having a hard time trying to find it. But Loras, I'm gonna say it wasn't Loras, but Loras something. It's like Lorien Valerian. I don't know what his name is. Anyway, they're having like this walk on the beach, where they're basically coming to terms with the fact that, look, we're cool. We've known each other for a long time. I've known you since you were growing up. I actually like you as a person. You're cool. I don't think you're an asshole. I just don't want to marry you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to marry who I like. I don't, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, "No, I get it. I got my own things too." And then comes to find out, he's gay. He's got a secret lover that he wants to be with. She's smashing Criston Cole. So she's like, "Nah, I just want to keep this going. But we have to do our part for the realm." And and I think so let's just play our part. We'll do our part for the realm, and then we'll go do our little side thing. They're basically talking about having an open marriage. So he was like, "All right, that's cool." So they come to terms with that. And so then on the way back, she's on the ship, and she has Sir Criston Cole comes to her. He finds out that she's going to have to get married. And my man shoots his shot. I mean, he shoots his shot. He says, "Let's just go away to Essos. We can get married. We get all these thrones. We get all these houses and all that. Look, come on. I done already broke my vows for you. Let's get married." She's like, nah. What can happen, though, is I'm still going to take this crown and be the queen of the 7 kingdoms and have the best life ever, and I'm going to still smash you. How about that? Because I'm going to still get married to this dude and do my honor as his queen, but I'll still let you hit. You can still smash. And this nigga's like, "What, you want me to be your whore?" I'd have been like, "Oh, that's not too bad. That's a pretty good deal." But he was legit in love with her, so he was like, I'm not with that. So she was like, "That's the best deal I can offer. Sorry." So the whole time, Alicent, she stayed back in King's Landing when Viserys and them guys left. And she goes to talk to her dad, who's now getting kicked out of King's Landing. Well, he's not getting kicked out, but he's leaving King's Landing and going back to Old Town, because, you know what I'm saying, he's no longer hand to the king. And he tells her, she's sad. She's like, "I don't want you to go." He's like, "It's your fault. You're the one who sided with Rhaenyra." And she's like, "I believe you." Say, "I know you want to believe her, but guess what? King Viserys is going to die. You need to make sure Aegon is the crown. Otherwise, they're going to kill your children." He had to cut it. He said basically, if Rhaenyra goes to the crown, there's going to be war. And the only way she's going to be able to solidify her claim is by putting your children to the sword. So you got to get Aegon on the throne. So you already see the divide right there. And so then after Criston Cole and them guys get back, she summons Criston Cole, because then the dude who replaced Otto Hightower is the Strong family, and I think his name is Yerwin Strong. I don't remember his name, Yard Strong, but it's the dude that everybody basically suspected that was going to take his place. I'll put his picture up right there. I don't remember what side it's going to be on. His picture will be somewhere up here. So here's the one he's replacing it. he's one who replaces as Hand of the King. Otto goes back to Old Town. Now that Strong has replaced him. Where was I at? Where was I going with that? I forgot what I was talking about. I totally lost track where I was going. Oh yes, Allison. She calls in Kristen Cole into the office, and Strong's brother. Let me rewind. That's where I was going. Strong has two sons, Harmon Strong, and the other one, the little crippled dude who came in that time and sat down with the ladies, was like, "Hey, can I just chill with y'all while they gossip?" And so he's in the garden. And he tells Allison about the little T that was sent to her room, the little Plan B, the Plan T, Plan B, Plan T that was supposed to, you know what I'm saying, just in case whatever happened. You know what I'm saying? She finds out about that. So now she's like, this chick might have lied to me. So she goes against Kristen Cole. And Kristen Cole's like, yeah, it's true. Kristen Cole not realizing Kristen Cole not realizing that she's asking about Damon. This nigga just confesses like, no, it was me. Yeah, I smashed. She seduced me. I couldn't resist. I broke my vows. Please don't torture me. I know I have to be punished. Just give me a merciless death. Just please kill me. Don't torture me. Allison was like, oh, really? It's all good. You're free to go. My man Kristen Cole had the worst episode ever. He had the worst episode ever. So now Allison realizes Rhaenyra lied to her about everything. Lied to her about everything. Not everything, but she lied. And so now she feels like, oh, you got my father fired. You lied. That's it. That's the straw that has broken the camel's back for Allison. Meanwhile, they're getting ready to have this giant feast for the wedding. All these different people from the houses there. The rejected Lannisters is there. All the high towers is there except for Otto, but her whole family's there and they're all wearing green. And then the dude's like, you know what that green means? That means they're called to war. That's what the Strong brothers were saying to each other. Okay, so now Sir Harwin Strong is now, since the main Strong is the head the head of the king now. His son has been moved into a position of power, and then when things go down later, he's called up on him. But that's who he was talking to. The two Strong brothers that's what I'm calling them. The ones with the limp, who's kind of playing the Littlefinger role, and the other one is the Knight dude. It's the one that the Harwin Strong is the dude that Rhaenyra ran into when she was out and about on the town, and he recognized her, and she recognized him. That's who we're talking about. It's that dude. Okay, so now the party's getting started. Everybody files in. The Valerians roll in like gangsters. They rolled in deep. You know what I'm saying? Just G'd up. You know what I'm saying? Lars Valerian's got a lover named Joffrey. I think his name is Joffrey. It's ironic his name is Joffrey considering how the episode ended. And he's the one that Lars is having an affair with. And then he finds out who Kristen Cole is, and that she's the one that Rhaenyra is having an affair with. So he steps to him at the wedding and is like, look, I understand your secret. You understand my secret. Let's just keep everybody safe. We got a good arrangement going here. Bada boom bing. Bob's your uncle. Let's get it, right? So Kristen Cole's like, right, that happens. Let me rewind a little bit. While they're announcing everybody for the dinner, everybody's like, where's Queen Alicent? Where's Queen Alicent? Oh, she'll be here in a second. So everybody's seated. King Viserys starts talking. Queen Alicent interrupts the whole thing, walks in with the green dress, just looks like she's irritated. You can tell she's mad at everybody. She don't trust nobody. You can see everybody in her house. That's when the Strong brothers make the statement about, you see she's wearing the green. That means they're getting ready to go to war. It's going down, man. This show was so much intrigue, so much drama. And then, but before that, I forgot that. Then Daemon shows up. Daemon shows up before Alicent walks in. Daemon walks in, everybody looks at him like, and Viserys is like, nigga, what are you doing here? But he gives him a seat at the head of the table. He's like, I mean, at the king's table, he gives him a seat. Daemon sits down. Daemon gets confronted by his wife's uncle, by his dead wife's uncle. He's like, I know you did that shit. Daemon's like, look, I'm about to be in charge, bro. You need to watch your mouth. I'm about to claim what's mine anyway, so you really need to watch your mouth. So that starts to bubble up. Then they start to do the whole dance thing. It's a celebration, and once the party starts, that's when the drama starts, man. That's when the drama starts. So after Joffrey went and talked to Criston Cole, okay, Daemon went and talked to Rhaenyra and was like, why are you doing this? And Rhaenyra's like, well, what are you going to do? You have a chance. Swoop me away to Dragonstone and marry me right now. Daemon's like, I know you're not going to be happy. She's like, you're cool. Then do something about it. If you love me that much, then do something about it. But he doesn't do nothing. And the whole time King Viserys is looking, he's like, what's going on? What's going on? Also, the young Valyrian daughter who originally was supposed to get married to King Viserys, she's now a little bit growner. She steps to Daemon. She's like, well, if I can't have the king, I'm going to take the brother now that his wife's dead. So her and Daemon start talking, and they going to end up hooking up. I already seen in the preview, spoiler alert, they show in the preview next week. They end up getting together and having a bunch of kids 10 years later. So anyway, it goes down. So then the episode ends. Everybody's dancing. Daemon and Rhaenyra look like they're about to kiss. And King Viserys is seeing it, and then you just hear, you hear chaos breaking out. Somebody's fighting. What's happening? My man Criston Cole done snapped. He is literally beating the dog shit out of Larry Valerian's lover Joffrey. Beats him to death. They show the shot of his death as it just looked like, it looked like chopped up bologna, bro. It was bad. He was done for. Criston Cole leaves, goes to the Godswood tree, and proceeds to get ready to kill himself because he's so dishonored and heartbroken and everything. My man King Viserys is like, I'm done. We're doing a shotgun wedding. You niggas is getting married right now. So he marries him on the spot. My man Loras Velaryon was so distraught. He's over there saying his vows, literally crying because his lover is dead. Rhaenyra is like, I don't believe I'm getting married to this drama. But they do it. Everybody they get it done. And then after they say their vows, King Viserys collapses because he's on death's door. And everybody is just making his life miserable. Nobody listens to him. He's the worst king ever. He's not. He's actually a good dude, but his life sucks. And he's dying. Meanwhile, Criston Cole about to kill himself, literally about to stab himself next to the weirwood tree. And guess who saves his life? Guess who says, Sir Criston, don't. Or Sir Criston, Alicent. Alicent there. I know you're come. Be on my side. Man, the lines in the sand are drawn. This show is nuts. It's about to go down. The Dance of the Dragons is coming. This episode was awesome. Alright, man, that's my review. I ain't got nothing else to say. This episode was awesome. I loved everything about it. This show just continues to just set the standard of great television. HBO, Game of Thrones leading the way. Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Until next time, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Click those notifications so you know when we upload. Check out the travel vlogs, man. Vegas was popping. I put up the very long review. Not even a review, just me exploring Caesar's Palace. Y'all can get a good look at what Caesar's Palace looked like if you ain't never been to Caesar's Palace. And if you have been to Caesar's Palace, let me know if did I do a good job. Until next time, you know how we do. Peace.
I'ma go to the ends with you. I'ma go to the end with you. I'ma go to the end with you. I'ma go.